is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel, I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, budget videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I do load a new video. And if you could also comment, like, and share this video, it does help my channel grow, and that would be truly appreciated. So, I don't know about you, but when I get into a thing, I really lean into it. So for instance, I've been doing brush lettering or attempting to learn brush lettering for the past 5 or 6 or 7 weeks, and I've already accumulated all of these pens. And what I wanted to do today is just do a pen test just so that I could swatch them here in the Happy Planner half sheet that my friend Val had gifted me. And hopefully that's in frame. And so in a section of here, I do have pen tests that I keep. And so I wanted to do that as well. And then I also wanted to give you my thoughts on, as a beginner in the brush lettering world, what my thoughts are on these various pens. So let me actually put this to the side. And so, oh no, that's not a Mildliner. Sorry, I keep them all together in one spot, and I just picked anything with a white barrel. So let's get these organized, and we'll swatch the Mildliners first. I have yet to compare these to the regular Mildliner pens, but that won't happen in this video. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Mildliners. I did show this in a haul, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. I got these from Target. Now, when I picked them up, they were $16, but I have seen some people on, I think it was Instagram, who said that these are on sale for like $9. So if you can pick these up, I definitely think they can make a great addition to your arsenal. So let's go ahead and swatch these. And this is Mildliner Brush Pen. And these are double-sided, so they do have the regular marker, super fine tip on one end, and then they have the brush on the other. And I believe they're also exactly the same color. Yes. And I don't... Oh, there are. So this is just, they're red because I didn't realize they had the names on here. And this is, they're pink. It's more fluorescent than pink, but I mean, they're not lying. That's their pink. And I'll go ahead and fast forward through the rest of these. Don't know that you want to listen to me talk about what the color is. And once I'm done, I will bring you back and we will swatch the others. right, so that is the swatch for the Mildliners. I have to tell you, the yellow, the orange, and even the pink are not my favorites. I love the Mildliners because they are very muted. This just pulls a regular highlighter to me. I mean, and that's fine. It's just those aren't colors that I would probably use in my Happy Nietzsche or for even lettering, just because it's hard to see, although that might make a cute accent. So let me put these to the side. And the next ones I'm going to swatch are the Kuretake Fudebiyori pens, and those I picked up from Amazon. So I hope I get the spelling right. Kuretake Fudebiyori. And we'll just do brush pens like that. And let me get these organized. And these, I believe, come in a set of 12. And I didn't realize until I watched Terry's video, but there is not a black included in this, which I think is interesting. So let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yes, so that's the line there. This gray one's a bit off. I don't know where to place it. So this one is only one-sided. So like I did with the Mildliners, I'm going to go ahead and swatch this. And let's see. Okay, so it has different numbers. I don't know if you can see that, but this pinky one is CBK 5525, and this one is 5522. And yeah, they're all different, but there's no actual number, or there's no name in English that I see on here. So I'm just gonna give it a name. Just make it easy on myself, and I'll go ahead and do this for all of them, and then I'll bring you back once I'm done. All right, guys, so here are the swatches for the Kuretake Fudebiyori, and I'm okay with the colors. They seem, I don't know, it's strange to me that there isn't a black, and there seems to be quite a bit of these orangey, browny, yellowy colors, more than you'd think that would come with a pack here with not having black. And I got myself there, so that's those colors there. And the next set we're going to be doing is the Pentel. Now, my brother actually gifted these to me. He said he picked them up from Target. I don't know how much they were. And when I initially looked at them, I didn't think they were brush pens. And I'll show you why in just a second. Just want to get this organized. And they have really shiny barrels. I think they're so pretty just looking at them like that. And I don't know how I'm supposed to put these in order. Well, that will have to do. So here is the packaging. It is the Pentel marker pens, although there looks like there is, I don't know if that's Japanese writing. It doesn't say. I think it's Japanese writing, but it's the Pentel Touch Pen with the flexible nib. And so let's turn the page. Oh, let's see if there's, so for both the Mildliner, which is not surprising because it is so light, there is no ghosting that I can see. Maybe with this one, what would that be? The dark blue, but it's very light. And then for the Kuretake, again, maybe with the dark blue, the navy blue, there might be some slight ghosting, but that's good because it doesn't mean you really have to bend your paper to see it. And so for these are the Pentel Touch Brush Pen. And these are also just the one-sided. And the reason why I didn't think they were brush pens is because this one, the nib, and I'll put them down so that you can see it, is fully saturated with the color all the way down to the barrel. This one, it's this, let me cover this. I don't know if you can see, but it's not a felt tip, or if it is, it's just the very top there, and then it's like this plasticky white section. However, you can press to get a thick line, but you can also go light to get a thin line. And I think this would be great because all of the letters that I have been doing have been fairly big because of the size of the nib. With this one, you could actually practice, and I'll show that in a minute. You can practice smaller letters because the nib is smaller. So let me just go ahead and do my swatch, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. All right, so also liking these colors, and just like the Kuretakes, these do not have a actual color on them, so I just named them myself. And this one, the little codes do not differ between the pens. So again, I think that's a good representation of what these colors are. And let me grab some paper. Let's get some lined one, because I want to practice some lettering with the different pens. So I can tell you my biggest con with the Mildliners is, sorry, I didn't mean for that pause, I was just trying to think, is the color of the pen. So when I use these, when I'm doing my brush lettering videos, I tend to go for either this pink one here, although I think they call it red. So I tend to go to this one because you can see it the easiest on camera, or the purple or the blue. But I think because of the color, I think it can make just really pretty letters. And even though it is a very long tip, this is actually closer to a Tombow than it is to the Kuretakes. There is still some firmness to it. So as a beginner, I still like the feeling of this, because when the tip is a little bit too floppy, I don't have as much control because I haven't learned that yet. I haven't built up the muscle memory to do that. So I like them because the cap stays pretty firm. I like the feeling of the tip, but the color itself, I don't know, would make for the best brush lettering unless you're doing something that's more of a light spread, because I mean, the whole purpose of me learning hand lettering is I just really want to do some lettering in my planner. That's really the sum total of it for me. So that's my thoughts about the Mildliner. So from a firmness, definitely, I think these are very beginner friendly, but the color in and of itself may not be, just because you may need to, you know, come in and then do some shadowing or some outlining just to bring some additional dimension or color to your lettering. And again, that actually looks really cute, but that might be a step that you don't want to do. Okay, so those are my thoughts on the Mildliners. The Kuretakes are my go-to because the cap goes in snugly, and the reason why that's important is because it elongates your pen, because without it, it brings it short, and so your tendency is to go close to the barrel so that this isn't in an awkward position. By making the pen longer, then you can come back farther on the barrel, which loosens the pressure, which helps, gives you a little bit more control with the ups and the downs. So if I were doing the same letters, then this one, I mean, and I did this comparison before, the Mildliner to the Kuretake, if you just go from the bottom of the barrel up, they are slightly longer. But again, it is firmer than you would think, even with the longer nib, than like a Tombow. A Tombow for me is just a very difficult pen to work with because it's very juicy and very floppy. Probably not the right terms, but that's how it feels to me. So for this one, like I said, it's my go-to because I can exert the most control with it, because it still gives me bend, but it's also definitely firmer than the Mildliner or a Tombow, which I think, you know, when you get into the professional letterers, that's what they use. I think the colors are great. That you don't get the two sides actually doesn't matter to me, because I actually never remember that it has the two sides, because the only thing I actually use these for is for the brush lettering. So as a beginner, I would definitely recommend these. They are very juicy. So I've got ink all over my hands. I've never tried to keep it without the cover, you know, because I know some people sometimes forget their pens, I guess, open. I've never tried that, so I can't tell you how long these last. I've only had them for about 5 or 6 weeks, so I can't even tell you how long they'll last. But as a beginner, I would highly recommend these to a beginner, just because they give you just enough bend, but just enough firmness so that you can get some control for your letters. Now, the surprise are these here. And let me pick a different letter, because again, just looking at that nib, I wouldn't have thought it was flexible, but you can actually get a very nice, both thin and thick. And because the nib is so thin, you could actually, because this is for me the default size of it, just because of the width of the downstroke. I can't do it in just one line because I can't transition that quickly. But with this one, because it is such a small, thin nib, you could actually write in your planner with this. I can totally see you doing a spread and you writing your letters with this. Now this isn't going to look very great because I haven't gotten to transitions yet with my lettering. I'm telling you guys, total level 0 with my hand lettering. But I do think this is just a great little pen if you are looking to learn brush lettering, because you still get that thin upstroke, you still get the thick or thicker downstroke, but it is in a size that you can actually use, because like the Kuretake, love it, but I couldn't actually use this in my planner except maybe for a cover page, or if, you know, I'm on vacation and I only have just the one thing to write in one of my boxes, because this has a tendency, at least the way that I've been using it, to write big. I think this is absolutely amazing if you just want to write in your planner. Again, I can't tell you how much they are. I will look to see if Amazon has that, and of course I'll link that down below. But did I say Target? I don't know. I'll know when I edit. But if you can get your hands on these, I think it could change up the game, because when I'm doing my brush lettering, I do it on a weekly basis. I want to be able to practice at night, but usually I'm actually working on Etsy stuff. But if I can start kind of practicing as I'm doing my planner spreads with these, I mean, it's not going to look the greatest, but it does give me a size where I can actually make it useful for me, and that maybe that way I can get some of the practicing in, because I'm actually using it versus just practicing my strokes and my whatnot with these here. I don't know how to use this, or I don't know how useful this will be to you guys. My top pick still is going to be this one, just to learn the letters, just to learn the strokes, just to learn how to train your hand for the different pressure. But I have to say, I am quite enamored of these little Pentel brush pens. So hopefully you guys can find them. Hopefully they're on a really good deal. And let me know what your thoughts are. If you use other brush pens and you are a beginner, as I am, let me know in the comments, because, you know, clearly I will pick up bunches of brush pens. And that's actually, hold on. These are all of the pens that I have. Now these are actually just dupes for the Mildliners. These are not brush pens, but this is where I store it in here. So like these mementos are, I have a few that's from Daiso. The Daiso ones are actually really good. So if you can actually get these, I'd recommend this, because you get 2 of these for $1.50. But if you don't have a Daiso, then some of these others might be a good option. And basically this will fill this up mostly. I think I still have a room for some others. So again, if you have any recommendations, let me know, because I've got a whole barrel to fill up. All right guys, that's it for me for now, and as always, aloha.